Hey, and welcome to the Hopcast.
Thanks for joining us once again, everybody.
I'm Brad Chmielewski,
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
and we got some IPAs.
IPAs, yes.
It's been a while since
I think so. We went through like an IPA frenzy there for a little bit.
and we are the Hopcast.
Yeah. But I did kind of run across some pretty cool beer that's somewhat rare. This is the Heady Topper from the Alchemist out in Vermont. A friend of mine, Jesse, from work went
Shut
up to Maine for the holidays and came back with 2 cases of this. So that was kind of cool. And
they come in 4-pack.
They come in 4 packs of 4 packs. 4 packs of the 16-ounce cans. And in order to keep with our theming of episodes, dipped into the cellar and wasn't expecting to find an IPA, but did. We got the Dogfish Head Burton Baton, which is their Imperial IPA that's been oak aged. It's about 10%, and this is about 5 years old.
So that should be interesting because you're really not supposed to age IPAs, or you can, but we'll see what happens. So we'll see if we might get a lot more oak out of this than that.
I would assume a lot of malts, a lot of oak,
probably
hops.
Booze, probably no hops at this point.
Yeah.
So let's go with lots of hops and then come back to that.
I think so. Yeah.
And it does say to drink from the can.
It does. So here's the interesting thing about that. They encourage you to drink straight from the can. And usually what the craft beer in can argument is like, oh, it's the same. It's even better for the beer if it's in the can than in the bottle because of the light and the oxygen seal and all that kind of stuff. All you have to do is pour it into a glass because then you can get the aromas and all that stuff. So what they say, all right, why do I recommend that you drink this from the can? Quite simply, to ensure a delightful hop experience. The act of pouring it into a glass smells nice, but it releases the essential hop aromas that we have worked so hard to retain. Which doesn't make sense to me. If we're protecting against the hop aromas, how am I supposed to get those that you so worked hard for if I'm drinking like this?
Your mouth is over the hole, and you can't smell anything.
So we will indulge them, and we're gonna also
pour some out.
Pour some in a glass.
We can see what it looks like in case it's like purple or something.
Laced with cyanide or something. But yeah, so here's the Heady Topper from the Alchemist.
Well, for such a big IPA, this is a double IPA, right?
Double IPA.
I was expecting a bigger head, but I guess if you do swirl it around, you can kind of bring that head back up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's pretty nice. The color is great, like a orangey, cloudy.
Yeah, quite cloudy actually. So not quite a brilliant beer on this one. You're getting quite a nice aroma on it though.
Yeah, very full, like sweet candy, pineapple-y.
You get a lot of Simcoe hops in this one, which is kind of like notorious for being almost cat litter-like. Not to turn you off, but it smells good.
Cat pee, not cat litter.
Cat pee.
Litter, it smells a little different, but pee.
I'll defer to the expert.
The cat.
What I like about their description on this beer is that their intention for this double IPA is not to be the biggest or most bitter, but is meant to give you a wave and after wave of hoppy goodness. So not necessarily hop bitterness, but hop flavor and aroma.
Okay.
And I can respect that. Like sometimes we're attributing double IPA with just bitter,
Right.
with none of the other complexities that hops can bring along to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And you're certainly getting a great hop aroma on this beer.
Yeah, and the aroma and smelling from the can, because you are supposed to drink from the can, you get less of that Simcoe.
Way less.
Which maybe that's why you're supposed to drink from the can, because they know some people don't like that. Most people don't like cat pee. But
I dig it. But yeah, I guess we'll start with the way it was intended. Let's go with the can. Tasty beer.
Very fruity, dry finish. Very dry finish.
Just very hoppy, and just like the can says, extremely hoppy, but not bitter. And I can really, really get behind that. I love it. I love the, just, you feel kind of like that grassy green, like it's almost still on the vine hop character. You know?
Yeah, like more of a wet hopped beer.
Right.
Let's see. Let's check out the glass here. Cheers. It does have a different taste out of the glass.
I think it definitely, I think the bitterness is boosted in the glass.
Okay.
To me. I'm getting way more bitterness. So maybe we are trumped on this one. Maybe I actually enjoyed it out of the can more than I did out of the glass.
Out of the can. Damn. They were right. Those fuckers.
Damn it.
We're all set to prove you wrong.
We're gonna like go on this dissertation and be like, "You're an idiot, man."
But yeah, out of the can, it's just sweeter, drier finish. But it makes you want to go back more often than the glass does. The glass, it's nice, but you're getting more hop, and you could drink that, but this makes you want to like keep drinking it and finish it. It could be because it's in a can, and I just want to get this can done and not hold it.
I do have to say, like the only thing I am missing is, you know, when I bring it up to my mouth to drink it, I miss that hop aroma. That's usually, especially when I'm drinking an IPA, I was kind of taking a big breath as I'm drinking it. But flavor-wise, I think I like it better out of the can. So it's double-edged sword.
Okay. And so they're getting like, they're supposed to be like one of the best IPAs.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh, together? All right, I guess I'll try. All right.
Now that's a great hop experience right there.
So, but they're getting like acclaims for being one of the best IPAs right now. Or if they win a award or GBF or anything, you're just.
I have no idea. I'm going off Beer Buzz.
The people.
The people.
The people vote it.
Yeah. And I had it once before with another one of my coworkers, and when we found out that the other coworker was driving out that way, we made a very nice request, and he obliged very nicely of him.
I think it's weird that you're supposed to drink out of the can, but the label art has them drinking out of a glass. Man.
That would be pretty cool if you actually had the can on the can.
Yeah.
Has that ever been done before?
That's so meta.
Well, either way, Heady Topper from the Alchemist. I mean,
it's good.
Great IPA. If you can get your hands on it, I know they have like limited distribution. You might want to trade and make sure you're getting some fresh product if you're doing so, because this, I can't imagine the experience being any better than fresh.
Right.
You know.
And he went out there for the holidays, so this is as fresh as we could probably get it. So.
Yeah.
Well, it's delicious. Let's finish this up and then.
We'll see. We get some oak age IPA that's been aging in my basement for 5 years.
So Ken, I kind of want more hops, but I don't think I'm gonna get more hops.
Probably not. I mean, this beer is it's been sitting in the cellar there for about 5 years.
Okay.
So,
did you just randomly pick this up and it happened to get placed in there, right? Or
yeah, and I had forgot that I had it, and we went down to look for something to match with this guy, and I was like, oh shit, there's an IPA right there. And I remember when I got this beer, and they didn't, I don't know if they do it now, but they didn't date code back then in April of 2008 because I hand numbered this just because I had intentionally wanted to age this beer. God, it was so long ago. I was living with my parents back then. So it's been a while. We should probably drink it.
So this is before we started the Hopcast.
It's before we started Hopcast.
Damn. This is precursor us.
So yeah, let's drink this ridiculousness.
So we got quite a different color from the Heady Topper, right? Heady Topper?
Yep, Heady Topper. Now we're drinking the Burton Baton. This has kind of a deep ruby type of color to it.
And very little head.
And we're looking at a 10% beer. I mean, the higher alcohol percentage you go, it's tougher to get that retaining head. Aroma-wise,
wow, it's all sweet musk.
Yeah, it's almost like barley wine cellar notes to it. I mean, again, we're drinking a cellared beer from 5 years ago. It has been properly cellared, but you're still going to get a little bit. I mean, after 5 years, still going to get some oxidation notes.
Right. There's only so much that cap can actually do for a beer. But let's give it a try.
Cheers.
Interesting.
Actually, the cellar notes are way subdued as on the flavor as opposed to the aroma. You're not really getting much in the way of that like papery note,
like cardboard. Yeah.
You're just kind of it's sweet and it's kind of has like a very dark fruit sherry like note, but
it also
quite enjoyable.
Feels the hops are totally gone, as you'd expect from 5 years now.
Yep.
And you just kind of you get that sweet. It almost feels watery though, like.
Yeah, it's a lighter body than you would expect from a 10% beer. Oak, I think. This beer is aged on oak, and I think that's kind of contributing to maybe some of that papery oxidation type of flavor.
Yeah.
But as far as flavor is concerned, I think it's really tasty.
Right.
It's held up well.
It did hold up bad. And I feel like we've opened up other Dogfish Head beers we've had in the cellar, and they do hold up really well. And that's kudos to Dogfish Head on that. Like, you guys, your beers are great to begin with, and they're great 3, 4, 5 years down the line.
Yeah, because when you're selling a beer, sometimes it's not just all right, I can take an equation and be like, this is an 8% beer. That means I can age this for 3 years and it'll be good. It's just not that just doesn't happen. Ideally, I wouldn't have held on to this as long as I did. It's one of those things where I forgot that I had it. So I'm glad that had an opportunity to drink it today, and super happy that it's actually enjoyable. I mean, there's nothing worse than taking a perfectly good beer and cellaring it, and it's not as good as it was before.
Right, and it's a different beer than it was 5 years ago now, because I'm sure it was more bitter hop with that oak maltiness, and it was probably maybe a little more balanced. But it's a totally different beer that's also enjoyable now.
Yeah. So either way you put it, it's always a win-win when you can have a beer that's good fresh and good cellared.
Yeah, fresh. This is fresh as you can get. And pretty old.
Pretty well cellared. But either way, we made it work tonight for you on the podcast. So cheers and thanks for watching.